Toda.
Abiyah, we thank you for this appointed time, this gathering. As we are about to study your language and your cultural portion of it, that you will bless us with the knowledge, the wisdom, the understanding to understand what the language was intended for, Abba, to convey unto us in our understanding. We pray, Abba, that you will bless the teachers as well as the hearers, Abba, that they will all receive a better understanding of your word, that you may be glorified above all. Blessed be Yahweh, Creator in earth. Blessed be the name, Yahweh, Creator in earth. And blessed is he who comes in the name, Yahweh, Creator in earth. Hallelujah.
Man. Toda for the prayer. Let me get the screen up real quick. We'll get started. All right, is that big enough? Can everybody see?
Khan.
All right, Toda. So last week, we introduced the O class vowels. We introduced the cholam wa, sometimes called that cholam mali, and that gives us that O sound, that long O sound as in low. And right next to that, I don't know if you can barely see it, but that dot right there is just the cholam, right? And that is the same O sound as in low. So remember, this dotted line right here just represents a consonant. And then whatever that consonant is, you apply the nakud, the vowel point to it. And then we have the shurek right here next to the consonant. And that gives us that short O sound, oo, as in zoo, we see right here. And then the next O class is the kibbutz, that 3 dots on the diagonal. And that also gives us that short O sound as in zoo. So we introduced those last week. This week we're gonna practice, but I'll go back through the rules. And remember, there was that one rule that applied to the shin, that we have to pay particular attention to, right? And so if we look at line 8 here, it says when the vowel appears next to, when that cholam appears next to a shin, the dot from the shin usually combines with the vowel, right? And they gave us this example, right? So we see the yod with the shin and the bet, the yod, and in this, what you would normally see in the text would be this yod without a vowel point, and then you see the shin, and then the bet. And what the rule applies here, what usually applies here, is that yod would take on that cholam right there. It would be represented as a cholam. So it would be Osheb. It would be pronounced Osheb. So that yod is going to take on the cholam sound from the shin. Remember, not the sin. The sin would have the dot to the left, just the shin. And then we see here on that next example where we got the mem and the shin and the hey, right? And so that consonant right there, because it's coming, it precedes the shin. Usually that consonant is going to take that cholam sound from the shin. So in this example here, it would be Moshe instead of the Moshe. It would be Mo, because they're combining that dot over the shin, that consonant is taking it as a holum. And remember, this is the usual combination when a consonant precedes that shin. All right. Sometimes you will see now if that consonant right there had a vowel point under it, of course, it's going to be the consonant, then the vowel, then the consonant, then the vowel. I hope that makes sense. So if that was a mem with the quamats, it wouldn't be Moshe. It would be Mashe. If that, let me get my pointer here. See if I can get this illustrated. So what I mean is, if this consonant is preceding this consonant, normally it's going to take on the holum sound from the shin. But what I'm saying here is, if this had a vowel point under it, right? If it had the vowel point under it, the chirek, then it would be mishe. Since it already has a vowel, right? Because the rule is consonant, vowel, consonant, vowel. What they're saying special about this rule here is if this consonant doesn't have a vowel under it, it takes on the next vowel, which they're saying in the shin example here, it's taking on the holum sound from the shin. But if it has its own vowel point, then it's going to be the vowel point that's attached to it. I hope that makes sense. So in this example, let me clear that. In this example, since this mem doesn't have a vowel in the construct, consonant, vowel, then it's going to take the consonant, vowel, consonant, vowel, consonant. All right. I hope that was clear. So in this instance, that consonant, since it doesn't have a vowel point, is going to take that vowel point from the shin, usually. So in this example, it's Moshe, because it's taking that vowel point. All right. Moving on. So we went over those rules, what they sound like, right? We already know the A-class vowel and the E-class vowels. So now we're just going to practice. Last week it was introduced. Today we're going to practice it. And I'd like to have participation from more than just the usual. So don't be afraid. Don't be ashamed or bashful. This is just practice. This is just practice, and the only way you're going to do it is through repetitious practice. All right. I hope everybody can see that. If it. Let me see if I can blow this up a little bit more. How do I get rid of it? There we go. All right. Is that big enough? Can somebody just give me a con or a low?
Con.
Toda. Toda. All right, so we're going to start with line 1. I'm going to go through line 1, and what I want in this practice is identify the consonant, the vowel, the consonant, and then pronounce it out with the rule. Okay, so I name the consonant if you can, name the vowel, name the consonant, and then sound it out. Any volunteers? It's just practice.
Right, Francis has the hand up.
All right. Okay, Bet Francis, I don't know which one it is, but go ahead. You can go ahead and take line 1.
Never mind, I'll yield.
Nope, you already raised your hand. You got it. You got it.
Okay. All right. think that's a sadi, right?
Khan,
Okay, and then that's a kibbutz, and then a gimel, so that would be zug,
Khan. Next,
sadi, and a holimwa.
Khan,
Okay, and so that's zo.
Khan,
Okay, sadi, with a holim, and then an aleph, and so that's zo.
Khan,
And then Zadi, Holim, oh wait. I don't know what that one is.
all right, Shrek,
Oh, Shrek. Okay. Zadi, a Shrek, and a bet. No, vet. So that's Zuv. Wait,
Khan, Khan,
and then that's a excuse me. Excuse me. Sadi with a hirik
Okay.
and a yod. So that's Z.
Khan,
A Sadi with a aleph and a het.
hold
Oh,
on,
wait, that's the aleph. I meant to say a patak. Is that a patak or kamas? Oh, I get-
Kamatz,
oh, that's a kamatz. Okay, I get those two mixed up. Okay, so Sadi and a kamatz and a het. So that's Zak. Zak. And then that's a Sadi with a patak. And then that's a ayin.
Hmm.
Right? Ayin.
Khan,
And so that's Zayin.
say that again,
Za.
Khan. Right, remember the rule with that iron,
That's a silent, right?
unless it has a vowel point.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. So that's Za.
Last one.
Okay. And the last one is Sadi, Patak, Faye, Kamat, and then Hey. So that's Zafa. Zafa.
Khan, good job. Good job. All right, line 2. Who we got for line 2?
Bite Tennyson have their hand up.
All right, so we're getting the usuals. Don't be bashful. All right, Bot Tennyson, you're up on line 2.
Okay. Um, is that a cuff? A coof?
Khan,
Um, and a holum
there we go.
and vet?
Good. Now, how does it sound like?
Um, Cov?
Well, okay.
Is that a cov?
What? Okay, so we got the koof right here with no vowel point, right? So it's consonant vowel, right? So what is this? This holem wa, what does that sound like?
Is that a valve? Va?
No, we're talking this is the holem wa, the holem wa. So really it's not it's not really a vav or a wa. It's a holum. It's a holum wa, so to speak. And the actual name is holum male, but now it's not taking on that wa or the vav. So I see how that can be kind of confusing, but really it's just it's this O class is what the actual, I don't want to say letter and I don't want to say vowel, but it's, forget that it's a wa or a vav, and it's because of this holum over it, it becomes a holum male or holum wa, and it has a particular sound. Right?
Okay,
So remember, we're talking about O class vowels.
right. Okay, okay. So that would be it. It sounds like an O.
There you go. So put it all together, you got what?
Hove.
Toe, good job. Good job.
Okay. Um, that is a kuf, and is that also a holum with a dalet?
So that holum is attached to the kuf.
Okay, so that would be a code.
There you go. Good job. And let me point that out, that the way it is in type print and like book print is it's going to be a little to the right top. When you see that holum over a consonant, it's going to be kind of, I don't want to say offset, but it's like to the top left of the consonant, but it's attached to that consonant, right? It's attached to the consonant. So, and then the next consonant. So you had that right. Code. Next. What we got here?
Okay. The third set. That's a kuf with a kibbutz,
Okay.
and is that a tet?
Okay.
So a coot, not a coot, but
There
coot,
you go. Say it again.
coot.
There you go. There you go. So right now we see that this kibbutz is a what? It's making the what sound?
The oo sound.
There you go. And sometimes people, you'll hear it classed as a U class because it sounds like a U, coot, coot. But it's an O class vowel, and it's that short O, oo, as in zoo, coot. Good job. Next.
Okay. That is a kuf with a kamatz
Okay.
and a bet. So that would be a cob.
Say that again.
Cob.
Cob. And then sometimes you'll hear people say it quab, but in this syllabus, that's going to give you the K sound. That kuf is typically going to give you the K sound and not the Q sound. All right. So good job, cob. Next.
That is a kuf with a shrek. Is that a shrek?
Shrek with the
Sharuk, sure, okay. And a vav, it looks like.
okay.
So would that be a kuv?
Okay, so does this have a vowel attached to it? Does that vav have a vowel attached to it?
Low.
Okay, and I'm gonna say usually 9 times out of 10, almost always, if that wa or vav doesn't have a vowel, it's silent. Right, and so kind of get this, I hate to put it this way, but forget that this is a wa or a vav. This is now a shrek. It's not a wav or a vav anymore. It's a shrek. All right. So kind of get that kind of ingrained. And then the same rule applies to the wa and the vav. If it doesn't have a vowel, that's one of those silent letters, unless it has a vowel point attached to it. All right. So you want to try it again?
Sure. Okay, so that there's a kuf and a shrug, and we're forgetting that that's a vav or a wa. So ku.
There you go.
Okay.
Ku, right? And so I'm not saying don't forget. Let me get my pointer up. How do I get my pointer up? There we go.
Well, not forgetting that that's a vav or a wa, but because it doesn't have a vowel, it's a silent consonant, I guess.
Con. So what I'm saying is this right here, that's kind of consider that no longer a wa or a vav. That's a shrek, a shrook. So that's not the same rule that applies to the wa or the vav. We still apply the same rule because that is a wa or a vav, either or. So the rule still applies. If it doesn't have a vowel point, it's silent. But what I'm saying is don't try to apply that same rule to this shrook. Kind of forget that this is a wa or a vav. Let me clear this. So if you're trying to apply the same rule of a wa or a vav to that, it's going to confuse you. So kind of forget that this is a wa or a vav. This is now a shrook. It's a different, it is a vowel. It's a O class vowel now. It's not a wa or vav. It's a shrook. Does that make sense?
Huh.
Right. And then here, that is a wa or a vav. And so the rule applies to that. The rule we learned earlier that if it doesn't, that's one of those silent letters. Most of the time it's going to be used kind of like a vowel, but if it doesn't have a vowel point, then it's silent. Good job though. Next.
Okay. Excuse me. We have there a kuf and a patak, and that is also a vav or a wa, but it's silent. So that would be a ka.
Good job. Next.
That is a kuf. Oh boy. A kirik. We call that a kier. Okay.
That's good. Correct.
Kirik. Okay. And is that a Zion?
You asking or just telling me? Y'all got it. Yeah,
It
that's
looks like a Zion.
what it
It's
is.
kind of hard to tell.
Oh, yep, that's a Zion.
Okay.
Is it too small or is it just that's one of those confusing letters? Is it too small or that's what I'm saying? You said it's hard.
I think it's just kind of small.
Okay, you want me to blow the screen up or?
Sure. It looks like it could be curved, but it looks straight too. So
I think that's as much as I can magnify.
okay. Yeah, I can tell now.
All right.
Okay, so that is a Kuf with a Kirik and a Zion. So that would be a Kiz.
Say it again.
Would that be a Ki 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 Keys?
There you go. Keys.
Okay, keys. Okay,
Keys, like your car keys. Keys.
right.
Yeah. All right. Last one.
And that would be a Kuf with a Kabuds
Mm-hmm.
and another Kuf with a Shrek.
All right. Put it together.
Wow. Cool. That doesn't have a vowel, so I wouldn't. That would be a silent consonant.
No, no. Remember the yod, the aleph, and the vav are silent unless they have a vowel attached to them. Mostly all the other consonants, they don't get that hard sound. So I'll help you out with this one. So this would be, because it's got the vowel, it's going to take on the sound of the vowel. So that's ku, right?
Okay.
And then since this doesn't have a vowel next to it, it still has a sound, ku, but it's ku, and then it takes on the sound of this shrek. So what is that?
Um. Who? Wow, that's a tough one. I'm gonna take just a swing at it.
Go for
Um.
it.
Cool. Cool.
So what sound does this shrek make?
The ooh sound.
Okay, so if that koof is gonna take on that ooh sound, what do you got?
And I'm still pronouncing the consonant.
Exactly.
Okay, so it seems like it would be
Correct.
cuckoo.
Koo what?
Is that coo?
There you go. Koo
Okay.
koo. Good job. Koo koo. Right. There you go. But it's still that cough right there still has a sound, but since it doesn't have a, so let's say this wasn't here. Let's say this Shrek wasn't here. It would just be kook, 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 because
Okay.
it doesn't have a vowel behind it. But since we got the Shrek attached to it, it's going to take on that sound, the vowel sound. So remember, it's consonant, vowel, consonant, vowel. So we're looking for the next vowel, vowel, consonant. Where's the next vowel? Here. So it's ku, ku. All right. Without
Cool.
that vowel right there, it would just be kook, kook. Make sense?
Yes.
All right. Good job. Good job. One more line. Who's next, Adon?
Zara's hand up.
All right, Zai. Floor, line 3.
Okay, number 3.
Con.
Okay. So it's a rush with a Y and a whole lot. And the text I'll be
All right, you're breaking up
wrote.
just a little bit. Can you try it again?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so it's a rush, a Y with a whole and text. So it'll be wrote.
It's
Right, you-
still breaking up.
You're still breaking up. All right. See, I didn't even understand what you just said. You still there? I think maybe she went out trying to come back in.
Can you hear me now? I'm on Nathan's.
All right, that sounds very clear.
Okay, so it's a resh with the, and then a Y with the holum, and a tet, so that'll be wrote,
Good job.
and then a resh with a Y with the shrek or sharuk, and another Y, so that'll be roar.
Say it again.
Roar?
That's a wa, right?
Oh,
Or-
wait, yeah.
So try it again.
Roo.
There you go. Good job.
And then it's a resh with the kibbutz and a va. I mean a bet, but no dot, so it's va. And that'll be ruv.
Groove. Con.
It's
Good
a
job.
resh with the holum and a kuf or ka, and that would be rope.
Say it
and-
again.
Roke,
There you go. Good job.
and a resh with the patop and another kuf, so that would be rock.
Good job. Good job.
And then a resh with the batak and the ayin, so that would be ra.
Good job.
Then a resh with a hirek and a yod, and that would be re.
Good.
A resh with a tessri and a yod and a aleph, and that would be ray.
There you go. Good job. Good job. Dope. All right. Good practice there. Good practice. Let me check the time real quick. See if we're on track. All right. So we got time for one more line, and then I'll open it up for just a few questions. So we got one more for line 4. All right, so Adon, you just gonna point somebody out. No elders, don't point out any elders.
Nathan, you want to give it a shot?
All right. If Nathan is trying it, I don't hear him. We can go to someone else.
Hello?
There you go. All right, we can hear you now.
Found it out. Is that, it's a what? It's a shame. Okay, so what is it over top? No. The whole sound. Sound it out.
So
Good.
this will be a resh.
Oh, it's still the same thing. It's a what? Sound it out.
Whoa.
No, all of that.
Hello?
No, look at it. What is that vowel in the middle? It makes a what sound? Ooh sound. Practice. What's the last letter? So sound it all out. What?
So
No, what's the
was
no, what's the sound in the middle?
no sound.
Ooh sound.
Oh.
So sound it out.
So
Yes, you have to sound it all out. I hear you.
You still, I can't hear you.
Shoe.
There you go, shoes, shoes, all right.
No. Lazy. I don't know that.
This one is a little tough. This one is a little tough. You know, I'm glad you're sounding it out though. You're working it out. Good job.
Yeah. Sheet. I don't know. Sheet. Yes.
So right,
Get close. Get
got-
close.
you got the shin, right? And then,
And
you got, what's that, what's the vowel right there?
vowel. Hey, what's the vowel? Need to practice. That's gonna help you.
I don't know what that vowel is.
I couldn't
Yeah,
understand.
we can't hear you. Tell me what it is.
I don't know what that is.
Mm,
All right, I can't hear anything if Nathan, if you're speaking, I can't hear you. All right, anybody want to pick up for him?
He typed in the chat. He said he didn't know the vowel.
Oh, okay.
Shaquan has his hand up.
Hold on, I just want to make sure Nathan is if he's speaking, we can't hear him. You want us to try and work that out, Nathan, unless your mic is faulty.
hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now. So that's the kibbutz, right? You know what it sounds like, you just don't remember the name.
An ooh?
There we go. There we go. So let's work that out.
What's that again?
It's a shame.
No.
It's just let you know it's a shame. So
Oh.
sound it out. No, that's a tet. Put it all together. Shoot. Shoot.
I'm shoot.
There you go. Remember, we're this consonant here is taking on the sound of that vowel. So we know that shin is a sh sound, right? By itself. But then when it takes on that vowel sound, and we know that kibbutz sounds like a ooh, so shoe, shoe, and then combine it with the next consonant. So we got shoot, shoot. All right, let's try this one.
It's an old sound over there, so put it together.
So,
It sound like, say it again
so,
one time, please.
so,
Show. Right?
so.
There you go. All right, let's try this one.
What's that?
Sha. Sha.
There you go. Good job.
What's that? Put it together.
Shin.
No, that's not a mem. It's a
Yeah.
sheet.
Or feet.
Sheep. There you go. Good job. Good job. Last one.
Shin. That is above it is an ooh.
Oh,
Oh, so. So. Soap.
so
So.
There you go. Now, and just for this, for continuity of this practice right here, just the way that this lesson is bringing out. Remember, when it doesn't have that dot in there, it's going to take on that sound.
So let's make it sound like the V. Shove.
Shove.
There you go. Good job. Good job. Good job. All right, everybody that participated, good job. You see where you might need to go back and practice a little bit more. But the only way you're going to get better, like we say every week, is you got to practice it. You got to put in your time if you want to learn these letters. And right now, we're just doing the phonetic. We're not really worried about what it means. We'll get into that a little bit later, but we got to be able to recognize what that letter is and what it sounds like with the vowel point, in order for us to start getting into the vocabulary and start to get into the prefixes and the suffixes. And so we got to crawl first. We got to get able to recognize these letters and recognize the vowel point and what that letter sounds like with that vowel point. And then we can start moving a little bit more advanced to where we can start vocabularies, real Hebrew words with the prefixes and the suffixes, and then what it all means when we put it together. All right. So now let me check the time one more. What time is it? All right, I got time for maybe 2 questions. If anybody's got any questions. All right, all right. So next week, most high willing, when we come on, I want to go back through the alphabet. I think we stopped at Lamed last time we were going through recognizing the alphabet. We stopped at Lamed, and so I want to continue on. So keep practicing, so you'll be able to just recognize it right off the bat instead of having to go to your alphabet chart. All right. And the easiest way to do it, 10 times a day, say it as you're writing it. And then it'll become, muscle memory, just like when we learned our ABCs in English. All right. Good job, everybody. Good job. I'll turn it over to Adon Kanaka for the 2-minute. Floor is yours.